Where have I been for the last few weeks? I put up a tweet on the day I was supposed to stream Pokemon Legends Arceus and said I was sick. And then I kind of disappeared for the last few weeks. And as it turns out, on Monday night, I started feeling not good. I started feeling very cold. I started feeling weak. I started to have a headache, and my throat started to get sore. And then on Tuesday, all of that got worse, and I worked through the day because I had some major work stuff I had to do. And then on Wednesday, I took a test, and it turned out positive. I got the thing. I got it. It hasn't been great. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I had what most would consider to be a pretty mild case. I've had it was headaches, weakness, fatigue, sore throat. That was probably the worst part of the whole thing. Was there were just every couple of hours it would just kill. And then lots of phlegm. And the phlegm, one of the things that I don't know if this is a common thing when you catch COVID, the phlegm is thicker, and it was just harder to get through. I'd wake up in the middle of the night not being able to breathe because my nose was just completely clogged up, or my throat was completely clogged up. And it's taken a decent amount of time for me to recover. And I spent a lot of time just resting at the house and trying to stay away from this very room. I stream in a basement. It's cold down here. There's an electric blanket you can't see right there, and sometimes I'd come down and play some games for a little bit, but I couldn't spend much time down here because it was just too cold. And it's been a process to try and work my way through this, but we're here. I finally tested negative and went back into the real world, and so that's great. I'm still not 100%. You can probably hear it in my voice. It seems like a little deeper, lower. Still dealing with a little bit of phlegm, and my breathing is still a little heavier than it used to be. I mean, as someone who suffers from asthma, this is something I'm kind of familiar with, but it kind of feels like there's a baby on my chest the whole time, and so breathing is a little harder. I don't know if that's going to be a long-term thing that I deal with for the rest of my life, or it's something that will go away in time. We'll see. I just wanted to say, in light of all of this, thank you to everyone who, everyone who knew that I told and who gave me a ton of support and care. Thank you to my wife Steph, who's been taking care of me this whole time. Somehow did not catch it the entire time. She tested with me every time we tested, and her tests always came out negative, which is absolutely insane. Shout outs to my family and Steph's family for providing us with tests and other things to help us get through while we were quarantined in the house for the last 2 weeks. And thank you all for your support throughout this whole ordeal. I've missed you guys a lot, and I'm glad to be back. Let's see, catch up on these comments here. Got to Harvard. Sucks, glad you're feeling better. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things. Oh, Gali says, yep, catching up. Reminded me of those veggie. Yeah, Steph is too strong. And Weird August, welcome back. Again, I think in light of the change in the broader discourse, we're talking less about the pandemic, we're talking less about COVID. Mask restrictions are coming down everywhere. In my neck of the woods, I think it's tomorrow when mask restrictions are being taken out, kind of acting like the pandemic is over. I would say, well, it is legally within your rights to not go around in a mask. I just caution everybody to continue to try and take care of yourself, protect others, because this thing sucks. And I don't even have the worst case. I think it's probably, even in the grand scheme of things, milder. Like I never got a fever. I never lost my sense of taste. I didn't lose my sense of smell. And this thing has sucked. I'm almost 2 weeks into this. I still haven't fully recovered from it. I don't know how much longer it's going to take, but I don't wish this on anyone. And I think that as someone who has gotten it when this pandemic is over, I feel like we're as the world maybe jumping a little ahead, especially with this new wave that could be hitting soon, and maybe the world will course correct then. But even as someone, and I should have said up front, like I've got double vaxxed and boosted as well, and it still got me pretty good. So please continue to proceed with caution as best you can. Let's see. You don't like this approach because death cases have been spiking again. Yep. Meg says, oh god, the clowns are already coming out. Seeing people in stores, stuff already with no masks. For my country, the virus is old news. The new thing is war, which is scary and sad. Yeah, it is scary. It is sad. I feel horrible that all of that is happening. I also don't feel well equipped to deep dive into that conversation. But yeah, that is a conversation to be had as well, and it's something that I've been concerned about and having lots of debates with Steph and family on what shouldn't happen, and shout outs to all those impacted. Holy cow, it's terrible what's happening in Ukraine. And but all that said, the virus is still out there. I strongly recommend you take care. At the very least, get the vaccine if possible, and do what you can to protect yourself and protect those around you. Far from Russia, sort of really scary for you. Yeah, that's crazy. I hope you're able to stay safe.